Hi everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how I'm going to be fixing my Sims 2 Ultimate Collection game. So I'm currently having issues opening up my game, and I'm having resolution issues. So I'm going to be showing you how you can fix all of that, and I'm also going to be showing you how you can fix your Sims 2 life stories, pet stories, and Castaway stories. So currently my first issue is this. I'm having trouble opening up my game because this pops up. Now the quickest way to fix this is just select OK, right click on your Sims 2 Ultimate Collection icon, go over to properties. The only thing that we're going to be focusing on is target. So after that, just after the quotation marks, as you can see here, just after that I press space, I press the minus button, and then I press W. So the minus button will be next to your plus button. If you're confused on where you can find that, you can just Google it. So the minus button being on keyboard, it should be this. So I just select that on my keyboard, and then I'm able to do that. And then I select apply, continue, OK. So now when I try and open up my game, it should open up. Before I pause this and move on to the next step on how I fix the resolution issue, um, I've been having issues with my Sims 2 Ultimate Collection game, pretty much because I was having issues with my game, so I'm just reinstalling it. But I'll be back when the window pops up or the game pops up. Okay, so my Sims 2 has finally opened up. For some reason, it does take a while. I'm not too sure why. And just to give you more information on the issues that I'm having, if you do care, I was just having like the pink flashing issues. That's why I just reinstalled my game, because it messed up my gameplay. Anyways, as you can see, I have this. It's not responding. That's fine. So how I fixed the resolution issue. So when my when my game wants to just sort itself out. But anyways, the quickest way, the easiest way to fix this issue, because there are like two ways. So the first way is the easiest way, but it's kind of like repetitive. So the first way being opening up your task manager. Like I said, we're fixing the resolution issue. So the quickest way to do that, open up your task manager or just type up task manager here, task manager, and then it should be in here. And then once this is open, you just basically, you'll see the Sims 2 episode 9, or whichever one you have, whether it's for Castaway stories, pet stories, or life stories. You just select this, you right click on your mouse, and then you go over to, oh, why is it doing that? Interesting. Usually what would happen is it will let you maximize it. Hold on, let me try and sort this out. Okay, so I figured out what went wrong. So when you open up Task Manager, you just select the small arrow here, and then you just right click. Why is it doing this again? Yeah, so it should highlight. There should be a small highlight. You right click, and you select Maximize, and then that's your game sorted out. It looks strange here, but if I was to load up, let's say Strange Town, you can see it's in full screen now, so that's the quickest way to do it. I'll even show this to you once I get into the map Strange Town. Okay guys, hopefully it's recording. Lovely it is. So as you can see guys, it completely works. That's the quick way to do it. Now let me show you the permanent way to sort out the resolution, because what you would have to do, like I said, every single time that you open up your game, you're gonna have to go to Task Manager and do those steps. So let's begin. Hey guys, before I move on with the tutorial, I just wanted to show you that if you are having resolution issues, my fix will also help you to solve the issue where you can't access the smooth edges. settings, and obviously if you were to open up your game, there isn't any options for me to change the resolution settings. So I know that that may sound repetitive, but I just wanted to make sure I'm covering everything so you know what I'll be fixing. And also I'll also make sure that I'll be fixing the game loading time. So if you follow my fix, the game won't take a minute or two to load. It will take like a couple of seconds depending on your PC. But yeah, again, let's move on with the tutorial. Okay, so in order to permanently fix your Sims 2 resolution, the first thing that we need to do is we need to right click on our Sims 2 Ultimate Collection logo. We're going to select Open File Location, and then it will take us here, right? So then what we'd have to do is we'd have to select here the Sims 2 Mansion and Garden stuff. What this will do, it will just basically take us a step back from the current directory, and then we're going to select TS data, res, config, not CS config here, and then it will lead us here. So the main thing that we're going to focus on is we're going to focus on graphic rules. So we're going to open up graphic rules. If you are having trouble opening up graphic rules, we're going to right click on graphic rules and we're going to select open with and open with notepad. Okay, so once that's done, you'll see everything here. What I'd recommend you to do before moving on to anything, I need you to make a backup copy of this graphic rules in case you do anything wrong. So in the instance that you did something wrong, you would be able to retrieve your original graphics rules and paste it back in here in the same directory. So if your game just completely just goes haywire, you can just, so depending on where you save, so let's say you save a backup in your documents, if anything goes wrong, you can just take it from documents, paste it in here, and then you will have your original graphic rules. So just make a backup copy. I don't need to because I know what I'm doing. Yeah, if you, in the instance that you aren't, if you make the mistake of just doing this and you never made a backup copy, you should be able to find a new graphics folder somewhere on the internet, somewhere on Mod The Sims. But moving on, so once we have graphic rules open, the only thing we're going to be focusing on is this section. Okay, so this section is at the top. Let me just have a drink, sorry. My throat is hurting. So this section is at the top. So as you can see, this is the only settings that we need to focus on. So in order to fix the resolution, you just change the low to 3, medium to 3, and then we're going to save. Now for a lot of you, it may become really weird and it's saying, oh, you need to have administration something in order to save here, or it won't let you save. So what you're going to do is you're going to save it on your desktop, save it, and then you would delete the graphics rules here. I did that accidentally, but it's fine. And then you'll just paste it in, and then there you go. There are your graphics rules. That's just in the instance that it just says, oh, you can't save here, blah 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 blah. And yeah, here's everything. So that should sort everything out. Now, so 9 times out of 10, that individually won't work. Not because you did the process wrong, but because there are some other steps. So for example, I'm opening up my game and I'll show you that it most likely will not come into full screen. So I'll be right back to show you. Okay, so as you can see guys, my game, despite doing all of that, it will come up like this. If you do see, obviously I have mods that make my Sims 2 different. My mod is like the clean UI mod, so that's the reason why it looks like this. So yours most likely will not look like this. And I did this before or off camera or off recording. So Because it's doing this, like I said, we're going to do some more steps. So I'm just going to go over to my task manager. Like I said, I'll also be showing you a fix on how you can make your Sims 2 open a lot quicker. So we're going to end task. So the next step to fix all of those issues is we need to change the resolution size. Now, the way that we do this, like I said, you right click properties like I've shown you. So as you can see, just after the W, we just need to put a space. We need to put R, so minus, and then R for Romeo. And then we just need to put in our system size, right? So in order to find what size would be best for you, we would have to go over to your computer settings and I will show you. However, in my experience, so my laptop size or desktop size, whatever you want to call it, my size is the average size 1920 and then 1080. That's pretty much the size for modern computers, laptops, or just screens overall. Um, so if you just want to make sure before you add in the size of your screen, let's just double check what screen size. But for me personally, I don't like to use the 1920 1080 size. The reason for it is because it takes up way too much space on my screen and I have to like shift the window around, which makes things more difficult for me. So in order to see the size of your screen, basically, let me just pull everything up. The reason why I can't, I'd have to pause the recording is because Windows 11 likes to show my email and I'm not with that. So let me just show you how to do it. Okay, so as you can see here, you're probably really confused. How did I get here? The reason why I'm not going to be showing you, the reason why it's like this, like I said, is because Windows likes to show information, my email, and I don't want that out. So how did I get here? So you're going to go over to the search button. I think you can do this on Windows 10 because I'm on Windows 11. All you need to do is type in advanced display info, and that's how I got here, right? So if you want to see your display info, it's right here. So as you can see, mine says 1920x1080. So that's what you would have to type in here. So I'm going to type in, you also have to include the X, so I'm going to type in 1920x1080, okay? And I think that's a space in there. Let me just double check. Sorry. Yeah, I did that right, that's fine. So this is what I would put, and then the next thing that you need to do is you need to select apply, continue, and OK. So if I were to open up my Sims 2 game now, it most definitely will come up in the full screen, or yeah, it wouldn't necessarily come up full screen, but it would be like a Windows 1920 1080. However, I do have, I will show you how you can play The Sims 2 in full screen because that's what I like to do. I'll show you that as well. But yeah, so I'll come back and I'll show you what if it worked, and 9 times out of 10 it will work. Okay, so I have just opened up my Sims 2 game, and for some reason it's popped up like this. It's still the same resolution issue. Now I'm not too sure why it's doing this, but it's not a problem. So if that section like doesn't work for you, that's fine. So let me just show you what I do when it doesn't do that. But before I do what I think I'm gonna do, let me just we're gonna do what I was just about to do. I keep saying do what I'm about to do. So you're gonna go into Google and you're gonna type in graphics maker, rules maker, and then you're gonna go into the site and then you're gonna select download now. I'm pretty sure I have it. Graphics rules maker. So once you download it, you'll see this, right? Okay, so once you have that opened, what you'll have to do is, as you can see, it says Directx does not exist, blah blah blah. Let's find locate game. Cool. So as soon as you open it, you just select locate game if it hasn't already done so. And then let me just exit out of here. Yes. Okay. So what you'd have to do is don't touch anything. These two need to be selected. You add in the default resolution, maximum resolution. If you have the Sims Castaway stories, live stories, pet stories, I'll do that for those as well. Make sure you do it for those as well. And make sure everything that we've done here, oh, make sure everything that we've done here is copied over the same way that we've done so for each one, and that's only if you have live stories, pet stories, and so on stories. um I said so on stories, but yeah, so make sure you've done that. And then that should fix your game because it fixed mine for some reason. I don't know if I missed a step, I don't think so. So yeah, and then with a force texture memory, I'd put voice 4096, but what you could also do, the reason for this is because The Sims 2 was made on a low gigabyte RAM, which made the game quite laggy and so on. So we increased it to 4096 just to give it some more RAM and to make it load up faster and so on. So this is the main thing that's going to make your game load faster, right? Um, so yeah, for default resolution, you select those two, 920. And then in order to finalize everything, we just need to select save files, and I'm going to select yes. Now hopefully this should fix my game. If it doesn't, it's no issue. Not because there isn't any more solutions, there is another solution. But yeah, once you've done that, we're going to reopen up our game again. And let's see if we can get this bad boy working. And just as I said it works, guys. And you see how quickly it loaded. So yeah, that's pretty much how you get your game working. Like I said, these steps you also have to do it for life stories and pet stories and castaway stories, and also we're not completely done. There are also other customizations to make your game run faster, and for those of you who want to install Reshade on, I'm more than happy to show you that. But yeah, so we've got the game working. Like I said, I don't like the 920 or so settings, so I'm going to change it, and I'm going to show you how you can, if you don't like the 1920 1080 settings, or it doesn't fit your screen even though your default screen resolution is that, as I've just said, then we can do custom screen sizes. And like I said, this takes up way too much space, so just bear with me. I'm going to get this bad boy closed. Actually, you know what, let's just end the task. So yeah, that, as you can see, the graphics rules maker is what solved everything, so it loads up really fast now. Sorry if I keep talking a lot, I just want to make sure I'm as informative as I can be. And if I'm breathing really hard, my throat really hurts when I talk, so sorry about that. Okay, so I don't like these settings, so if you want to copy me and if you trust my judgment, you can just take this. Obviously you wouldn't have it initially, I'm just doing what I need to do. So this is my preferred settings, this is what makes it fit like perfectly, or at least gives some form of wiggle room. So I do that, continue, and then let's see how it looks like. So that's what mine looks like. If you want to make yours slightly smaller, you can. Instead of having it being 1600, you can try 1500. I'll just show you once more. So if you don't like that, go into properties and just mess about with the settings. So mine's 1600, so if you think that's too big for your screen, you can try 1500 and then 600. If that is a little too small, like I said, you can try 1550. You see what I'm trying to get at? Just, this is how I found my resolution, okay? The next step would be, if you don't want to get Sims 2 RCP. Like, okay, so the benefits of Sims 2 RCP is that, well, it's not mandatory. If you just want to play your game, you've pretty much fixed it. What I would recommend you to do is to get the 4 GB patch. I should have it. Hold on. 4 GB patch. I've got it installed. Let's just open it. So let's say you open up the 4 GB patch. So you'd find it here. It's from Ow, I bit my tongue. It's from NT Core. So if you download this, what it will do is to make sure, like I said, it will make your game run a lot faster. And you're probably thinking, well, we've already used graphic rules to do that. No, this is more so for gameplay purposes, right? So what you'd have to do is you just go over to your desktop. Sims 2 Ultimate Collection should be here. Where is it? Is it not here? That's strange. All you'd have to do is basically, sorry, go over to properties, open file location, copy the file location, and then I'm pretty sure, yeah, you just select Sims 2 EP 9X and then select open. Now, before you do this, just make sure that you make the decision if you don't want to use Sims 2 RCP. I know I haven't mentioned the benefits of Sims 2 RCP, but for me, I like it for graphical reasons, because I'm able to add reflections. If I had Discord, I would be able to, when I'm playing a game, it will say how much. It's so strange. What I'd recommend you to do, I'd go over to this YouTuber, a cotton sock, and go over to her her Sims 2 fix, and then she'll be able to explain it to you. I think she would. Let's
Depending.
just see. Sims, yeah. So she'll explain it through here,
The Sims 2.
and explain the benefits to you guys. Um, I just, like I said, let me just. I think I do have Sims 2 RCP. I don't think so. RCP. But yeah, once you've downloaded the 4 GB patch, you just select Sims 2 EP9X and select open only if you've decided that you don't need Sims 2 RCP. I'm going to get Sims 2 RCP, and the reason why you don't add in the 4 GB patch is because it already applies the 4 GB patch for you when you do install it. And then I'll also, should I show you how to install the reshade? Sure. No, I'm not gonna show you how to install reshade. Actually, I'll just do it. So yeah. So once you've done that, you've pretty much have fixed your game. Make sure you apply everything. You don't. In regards to the also before I let you guys go, or unless you've already gone, with the graphics rules for the live stories, pet stories, and Castaway stories, you don't need to do that. Just do the 4 GB patch. I probably should also do the 4 GB patch for life stories. Hold on. Sims 2. Actually, I'll do that in my own time. But let me show you how to install Sims 2 RCP. Okay, so in order to install Sims 2 RCP, I am going to go over to Mod the Sims, download to, one-click online installer, download. I'm going to open it. I'm going to select it, yes. And then I'm going to install, and then it's going to do that, and I said no, I don't want to launch. So that's what I do, right? So cool, we've got it installed. So we go over to settings. Also, one of the main benefits of why I use Sims 2 RCP is, I forgot to mention this, is because it will allow me to play the Sims 2 in full screen, not in windowed screen, full screen. So yeah, so how I do that is I just select borderless, and that's pretty much how I'm able to use the Sims or play the Sims 2 in full screen, and I'll show you. if you have Discord, if you watch a cotton slot, she'll show you why, or at least an example of what it will show on Discord. But you know, like when you're on Discord, it shows what game you're playing. It will show that you're playing Sims 2, which household you're playing, and how much simoleons, and so on. I also like to check on the lot view ocean reflections because it goes really well with my reshade. Um, and unrestrict zodiac sign. I like to use that. And then you can change the design tool cost. So if you was to change the color of, for example, a sofa, it will cost 15 millions. I think that's fine. And then there's nothing else you need to change. Don't touch anything else. Save settings. Now, the main thing that you need to keep in mind is that you going forward from now on will be using this to load up your Sims 2 game. So you won't be using this, you'll be using this. So what I like to do is I like to right click, copy, and then change that to the Sims 2, and then I delete this. I don't know why I'm hesitating. I just want to make sure that everything goes correctly. So you would delete this and then you'll use this going forward. Now, in the instance that you want the Sims 2 logo back, what you have to understand is if you use the Sims 2 logo and you don't use this logo anymore, or when it comes to uninstalling, a cotton sock in that video will show you how to uninstall it. But if you prefer this logo instead of this logo, just keep in mind that you can just bring the logo back if you go over to open file location, and then here's the logo, and all you'd have to do is create shortcut, and then create shortcut, and then it'll create shortcut here, and then you just drag it over to your desktop and then rename it into the Sims 2 Ultimate Collection. And yeah, so I don't need that. So yeah, and like I'm pretty sure I said this, but keep in mind that you won't be able to use the settings that you've put for the Sims 2 will not apply for this icon, because this is its own separate Sims 2 installer. Hopefully that makes sense, and hopefully, I know I've been talking a lot, I just want to make sure everything makes sense. So sorry if I'm being annoying. I don't talk much in real life, so I'm only talking for the tutorial. The last thing is, if you don't want to use this icon anymore, I would recommend you to get the Sims, not the Sims, no, get the Sims, but what I mean is, I would recommend you to get the 4GB patcher and make sure you patch this. I'm just gonna see if this works and allows me to play in full screen. It should do. There we go. It allows me to play. There we go. So I'm gonna end the task. As you can see, it allows me to play in full screen. So I no longer need this. I'm also gonna delete this. Also, if you delete this and you need it again, just go into, let me just move it here. Just go and right click, open file location, and then the settings will be here. I think this section will allow you to uninstall. I think if you want to uninstall, just go over to here. Yeah, so select uninstall, that makes sense. So you just go over to the original place that you downloaded it, and then it will give you an option to uninstall, and then you select uninstall. And then finally, I am going to be showing you how you can add the 4GB patch to the Sims Life Stories. So I've already got the 4GB patch. So 4GB patch. 4GB, yes. Okay, so I'm going to open up file location. I'm going to go here, copy that. Okay, and then we're going to do that, open, lovely, another file, and then we just do the same thing. This isn't mandatory if you've already done it for Sims 2, like I said. I'm just showing you how I do it for the Sims Pet Stories. Copy, paste, there we go. So this is going to make sure my game runs smoothly and not cause any issues. It's going to reduce crashing. It's just going to reduce everything. Open. Wait, has it done it? No, pretty sure I copied it. Yeah, I did. And then that's it, guys. You've done everything. You've done all the steps. Hopefully this was helpful. I'm so sorry if I was talking a lot or if I confused any of you. Hopefully by following me and following everything that I've done here, hopefully you've been able to fix your game. I'm sure you have. If you're having issues for crashing, I don't think this video would help. You could, like I said, try it to see if it helps, but this was mostly for my people that were having resolution issues and the game not opening. So yeah, I hope that helps, and yeah, give me a like and comment and subscribe, and if you have any questions, leave some questions down below, and yeah, thank you and goodbye.